It feels so good to go live. Welcome to Yvette Caslin's first live stream on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the founder and CEO of the Pink Print LLC. I'm so excited you were able to join me tonight. So excited. And at the Pink Print LLC, I am a credit repair specialist. I do taxes, I do loans, I now do credit. And I thank you for joining me tonight. I am the financial freedom fighter. And I'm so excited about this new venture that I have. I've been doing it now for 6 months now, actually, well, 8 months. I actually started the company this past January. So I'm so excited to share with you tonight some credit score hacks, how to hack your credit score for 2020, and how you can go out, take this in this year with a bang, basically, with your credit score. And if you don't have a credit score of 850 or better, or at least 800, you definitely need to stay tuned in. And again, I'm excited that you've joined me on my very first live. And let's get busy. So, many people don't understand how important a credit score is to life and just pretty much leveraging. I've had a lot of clients that have come to me and said, "Well, I don't really have credit. I don't necessarily need credit because I do everything in cash." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. So we're in a capitalistic society and you're using cash." No, that's not how this thing works. So, credit is nothing wrong with actually having credit or needing to use credit. Credit is a good thing because that's just the way the system works. And it's more thoughtful, and you can take your money so much further if you have a good credit score. And a good credit score starts at 700. If your credit score begins with 3, 4, 5, or 6, you need to stay on this live, and you need to share it with your friends. Come back and see it twice. And I advise you, because this is something that I'm starting that's new, I advise you to like it, subscribe to my page, and turn on the notifications, because I have so much in store for you regarding credit and leveraging your credit to buy a home, to buy a car, to start a new business, to gain access to capital for your business, working capital for your business, to expand, to pivot. This is a time right now to have excellent credit, to take advantage of all the there is to offer in terms of business funding. Their small business association is giving out loans left and right, and your credit score will actually help you to secure one of these loans, believe it or not. So I'm excited that you're joined me tonight and that you're on this live. And like I said, save it. Please like my page, subscribe to it, turn on the notifications. So when I go live on Sundays and Thursdays, you'll be the first one to know. And let's get started. So your credit score really is your overall borrowing and payment history for the past 7 years to 10 years. And in order to gain credit, most creditors and lenders look at your credit for the past 24 months. That's how they really assess your credit. They see how your behavior, how you've handled your money over the past 2 years. And right now, with things that are going on in the world, I've had calls from clients, from friends, from sister friends regarding how they've received notifications from creditors that they've lowered their available credit on their, for accounts that they've had for years. I've even had people to tell me that their accounts were closed. And I'm like, you can fight this. You can write a letter and you can fight this. You don't have to, a computer generated letter, let that ruin your credit profile, because the longer you've had a credit account opened, or it actually benefits you and it helps your credit score. It's a 10% of your credit score. So it's important to keep those accounts open. It's important to have 30% or more than really 30%, 70%, preferably 90% of the available credit on your accounts. So that means if you have a credit limit of $1,000, preferably you shouldn't have any more than $100 owed on that account. It's better to just owe 10%. 30% max. So if you have $1,000 credit limit on an account, please don't don't charge that account up to past $300, honestly, because creditors, lenders, they look at that. That's what the banks consider when they're considering giving you new accounts. They want to know how well you handle your credit. Are you able to pay these accounts on time? Be very consistent with your payments. Don't miss payments. And it's not always a good thing to just pay your accounts off in huge chunks. You want to kind of keep a consistent payment status. It doesn't necessarily mean you would only pay minimum balance, but it doesn't help you to pay $500 and then go back and spend $450, if that makes sense, on the account. So at least keep your accounts at or below 30% of the available balance, and because, like I said, make consistent payments. Don't make a good payment because you think that's going to make your credit score look better, your credit profile look better. Not necessarily. You actually want to just be consistent with your payments, timely with those payments. And credit scores, whether it's a FICO score or Vantage score, they range from 300 to 850. And if your credit score is 3, 4, or 5, or a 6, you need to stay on this live. You need to reach out to me. You can DM me. Please follow me on Instagram at the Pink Print CEO, and that's the Pink Print CEO, just like it sounds. Follow me there. You can reach out to me. You can give me a call. My number is 1877 Yvette 8, and I will put it at the bottom of the screen so you'll have that information to reach out to me if you have a credit score that begins with a 3, 4, 5, or 6. We definitely need to talk. There are financial opportunities in terms of with the credit restoration and credit repair that I can speak with you about, where you can get your credit repaired or restored and you don't have to pay anything in terms of monthly to get it done, because you can also be an agent, because we're looking for referral agents as well. Lenders use your credit score to determine your eligibility for loans, like I shared before, lines of credit, credit cards, etc. If your score is in the upper range, which is 720 to 850, keep it up. You're on the money, and we could use a credit educator like yourself. You could join my team because, like I said, I am looking for team members to help me on this mission to get our community credit stable and to leverage opportunities to create generational wealth. And there are things that you may need to get off of your credit report. So definitely reach out to me if you have things like loans, student loans that you need removed, bankruptcies, foreclosures, anything that's inconsistent or negative on your account, that's in any erroneous information. Definitely reach out to me. And erroneous information, like I said, can range from bankruptcies, charge-offs, collections, foreclosures, judgments, late payments, medical bills, public records, repossessions, short sales, student loans, tax liens. If it's erroneous or inaccurate information, get that stuff removed from your account. Make sure your credit profile is current, because lenders are always looking at your account, especially if you already have open credit card balances. They're looking at those accounts, trust me, and they're sending out letters to people that they believe cannot manage credit. And with services that I offer with the Pink Print, there are ways for you to dispute very old records. And, credit repair has such can sometimes have like a negative image. But believe me, there are people out there that have items on their credit that should not be there, items on their credit, that bills and stuff that they did not even rack up. So, credit monitoring is so important. I advise you to make sure your credit is monitored. Most credit card companies are offering that for free to their creditors, to their people, their customers. So make sure you're getting your credit account monitored. And if you need a credit attorney, again, the Pink Print CEO, we offer those services to you. If you need some helps with budgeting, as a financial educator, I am a strong advocate of budgeting and monitoring your credit. and protecting yourself against identity theft. You just wouldn't believe how people who've never really applied for anything or had credit, and they get to a certain point in their life where they want to start acquiring items like cars and homes, and then they go look at their credit profile, and those things are already on their report because they never thought to monitor it because they said I never needed credit. But when you reach a certain age in life, there's a lot of identity theft going on. So I advise you to just always, check your credit report. And as soon as you reach the age, I advise you, for your kids to start checking their credit report at 17 and 18 years old. When they get of a certain age, 21 years old, keep a monitor on their credit reports. There are services, like I said, that are out there. We, of course, offer it with our services at the Pink Print. So start monitoring, pull your credit scores, go to annualcreditreport.com to pull up your credit score for all of the three major bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. I advise you to do that. I advise you to take those steps today. You may not be looking for a home or car, say for another 6 months or in the next 3 months. Pull those reports today. Annualcreditreport.com is absolutely free. And there are going to be a series of questions that you're going to have to answer from the major credit bureaus, again, with your Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, to actually secure those reports. And I advise you to be prepared to answer those questions. And there are some cases where there are going to be questions that you may not recognize, and that might be, unfortunately, indicate that somebody has already started to use your name and your social security number to secure credit for themselves. So please don't delay. If you've never done it, I advise you to do it today, and you get real results with my plan for raising your credit score. With the plan that we offer, within 45 to 90 days, you see amazing results. I've seen people, their credit scores go up as much as like 60 to 90 points in like 45 to 90 days. I can't make guarantees because every situation is different, but there have been cases where in 6 months someone's credit score has gone up 120 points. So I want you to join me on this mission, because I am clearly, truly on the mission to edify my culture. How to grasp credit is a superpower. And I want to give you the required tools to level up and provide access to capital with my company. I am the self-proclaimed Harriet Tubman and financial freedom fighter. Like I said, I give you the best TLC. Your finance is the best TLC that you can find, and that's TLC for your taxes, your loans, and your credit. So stay tuned for more. Thank you for joining me tonight. Like I have asked, please like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you'll get notifications when I come back on. And thank you for joining me tonight. And if you need to reach me in the meantime, between now and then my next live, my number again is 1-877 Yvette, YVETTE, the number 8. 1-877 Yvette 8. And I'd be glad to speak with you about your goals and some of the things that you have coming up within the next couple of months, and how you can end the year 2020 strong, because credit is a superpower. So join me and the rest of my gurus, who I call my community. We're all gurus in some area of our lives, but in terms of our finances, we all need to aim to be gurus. So please join me, my superheroes, and good night.